Live, News Leader 9 on Fox 54 at 7 starts now.
An officer-involved shooting turning deadly for one Troup County man, and we have a breakdown of everything that happened and also reaction from neighbors.
And we'll recap the Alabama primary elections, who won and who lost, and who's now heading into a runoff.
And it's been a warm and sunny day across the Chattahoochee Valley, but we're tracking even warmer conditions as we head into Thursday. I'll have the full breakdown of your forecast straight ahead.
Hello, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for the news at 7. I'm Rosalind Giles. In our top story tonight, some candidates in Alabama's primaries are preparing for an extra election before we head to the general election in November. 2 races for a seat in Washington are still undecided. Our Parker Branson has more.
People have given of their time, their money, their prayers, everything to help me.
We knew it was going to be an uphill battle. It was going to be a fight, and that's what we've done every single day.
Chambers County Commissioner, small business owner Debbie Wood out of Valley, and Army veteran Purple Heart recipient out of Opelika Todd Rauch. 2 candidates left battling for the Republican nomination for Alabama House of Representatives District 38. A new campaign starts today ahead of the July 17th runoff election.
People coming in, hugging me, telling me good luck, that they're voting for me. So, I first just want to thank everyone that's helped with my campaign. It's been overwhelming.
We've knocked on over 4,000 doors within District 38. We've talked to people, we've been to events, we've been visible in the community.
Wood says she's got experience of being an elected official and wants to continue bringing jobs to the entire district. Rauch looking to improve education for the district, along with keying in on help and support of local veterans.
I'm just looking forward to the future for District 38.
We've spent over 50% of our campaign in Chambers County, which is important to me as looking to be the next state representative representing both Chambers and Lee County.
That was our Parker Branson reporter. The winner of the runoff will go on to face unopposed Democrat Brian McGee in November. And voter turnout wasn't quite as expected. The Secretary of State's office anticipated about 1/4 of Alabama's registered voters to show up at the polls. Gerald Knight with the Lee County Republican Party says statewide voters were expected to turn out at about 25%, but Lee County had 20% turnout, with twice as many Republicans going to the polls more than Democrats. But even with the low voter numbers, both parties say they are still excited about the next election.
We've got a great slate, and it's going to just be an exciting time between now and then.
The stakes couldn't be higher for Alabama in 2018, and I am confident that Walt Maddox and Mallory Hagan are going to get out and tell people what we aim to do in the next 4 years.
The general election is November 6th. Both parties are hoping for more voters to show up at the polls. And if you would like to look back on any of the results from Tuesday's election, you can visit our website, WTVM.com. Here's a look at some of the races that we covered last night as well. The Republican Senate District 13 seat will go into a runoff between Randy Price and Mike Sparks. In the Democratic House District 3 race, Mallory Hagan will move on to the general election with 66% of the vote over Adia Winfrey. Hagan will face Republican incumbent Mike Rogers. Tyrone Smith beat 3-time Barber County Sheriff Leroy Upshaw by 63%. Smith will run against Republican candidate Ronnie Benefield in November. And Governor Kay Ivey coming out on top in the primaries, defeating 4 GOP challengers with 56% of the votes. Ivey will face Tuscaloosa Mayor Walt Maddox in the general election this November. He beat out 5 Democratic opponents, earning 55% of the votes. Michael Doudna is live in Montgomery. And Michael, what are these 2 priorities when they face off in the general election?
Well, like any good candidates, they both talked about improving education, making sure they had better infrastructure, and cleaning up corruption here at the state capitol. However, if you really listen to both of the sides' campaign speeches, even if they may be on different parties, they had a similar picture for what is an idealized sense of Alabama. But the differences between the 2 candidates on how exactly they believe is the best way to get to that idealized version of Alabama. Now, for Walt Maddox, the Democratic Tuscaloosa mayor who's running for governor, well, he says the state should expand Medicaid to help out rural health care, and then also introduce an education lottery to help out not only education, but workforce development as well. Well, Governor Kay Ivey, well, she saw her overwhelming victory yesterday as pretty much a vindication for how she's pretty much run the state over the last 14 months, saying that she wants to continue the same thing throughout. And both of them believe with those big wins, they can carry them in their momentum into November and beyond.
And I need your help, my friends, because the liberals want this job bad. They want it, but they not gonna get it.
And together we are on the right side of history, and we are going to win on November 6th. And we are exactly 5 months from November 6th right now, from being right back here at this spot and pretty much doing this all over again. But between now and then, well, we know that there will be a lot of campaigning to do. Reporting from outside the state capitol, I'm Michael Doudna for WTVM News Leader 9.
Certainly so, Michael. Thank you so much for that live report. And this week we are seeing a lot less humidity, a little unusual for this time of year. Let's check in now with Mallory Chanel for more on your forecast.
Thanks, Roslyn. Really another beautiful day out there. Of course, those temperatures a bit warmer than what we saw yesterday thanks to the abundant sunshine here in the valley. 89 degrees current temperature in the Fountain City, 88 in Fort Benning, 89 in Eufaula, and 86 degrees in Fort Gaines at this hour. But as you mentioned, the humidity is still relatively low, especially for this time of year in June. Temperatures, or those dew points, I should say, in the 50s and 60s. So we're still seeing the blue, still seeing the pleasant range on the muggy meter, which is good news there. And the satellite radar showing dry conditions. Those clouds staying off to our southeast as of right now. Should be a clear and mostly calm night tonight. Temperatures dropping back down into the upper 60s by early tomorrow morning. But the heat is on as we head into Thursday afternoon. I'll have more details in just a few minutes, Roslyn.
All right. Thank you very much, Mallory. And in Troup County, a deadly officer-involved shooting is now in the hands of the GBI. Officials responding this morning to what they thought was a domestic dispute, but the encounter quickly escalating. Our Sharifa Jackson has been in Troup County all day. She joins us now from Lower Big Springs Road. Sharifa, what can you tell us?
Well, Rosalind, definitely a drastic turn of events early this morning here in Troup County. And according to officials, they say 56-year-old Roger Dale Sims, he called 911 around 2 a.m. claiming to have shot and killed his wife, but that claim ended up being false. And actually, authorities, they were able to now realize that his wife, she actually died a year ago in a tractor trailer accident where it got into an accident, and that is when she had passed away. So once arriving on scene, investigators arrived to Sims' home, and he was on his porch waving around two guns. According to Sheriff James Woodruff, he says he did not comply with the repeated requests to put down the guns, and after pointing and firing at the deputies, they did fire back, shooting and killing Sims. And neighbors and people who knew him wondering what went wrong.
Yeah, it really shocked me because Mr. Rogers is a very nice man. You know, we talk a lot about different things, and I just think he was going through a lot, losing his wife a little over a year ago.
I was really shocked about, you know, what was going on, and then later found out what had happened. It kind of threw me for a loop.
Sheriff Woodruff says the deputies did what they were trained to do and stands behind their decision in this particular situation. However, the 4 deputies have been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation by the GBI, and police say they are not aware at this moment of a motive at all. They say Sims, he had no prior criminal record, so they say it's going to be a long investigation to figure out what exactly happened in this case. For now, reporting live from Troup County, Sharifa Jackson for News Leader 9 on Fox 54.
All right, Sharifa, our thanks to you for that live report. Another shooting in Columbus leaving neighbors on edge. Police investigating a Tuesday night shooting at Elizabeth Canty Apartments on Casita Road, injuring a man in the arm. According to police, the victim's condition is currently unknown. Residents say the violence in the area is getting out of control, and they would like to see more beefed up patrols.
I think it needs to be some type of security intact. I don't know, maybe they need to gate it up and have it where you can't come in if you don't live here, because most of the stuff that's going on is not necessarily from the people, the residents that's here, but it's the company that they keep or the people that they hang out with.
No suspects have been named in last night's shooting. Happening now, the Muskogee County Seamless Summer Feeding Program is underway. The program is open to students who attend public or private nonprofit schools in Columbus. It provides breakfast and lunch to students at no cost Monday through Thursday until July 19th. Federally funded state-administered programs is open to students 18 years old and under and 19 years old if physically or mentally handicapped. Free at last. The plea for a reality TV star to President Donald Trump has set one woman free. Her story coming up later in the show.
And if you're heading out to the area lakes on Thursday, here's a check of your fish and game forecast. We are tracking more sunshine and even warmer temperatures for tomorrow afternoon. Details after the break.